But Mom, why?
'Cause I said so.
And people are like, when did they get an intro song? Today. We decided we're going to record from home and we have this little gadget that plays an intro song. So, lo and behold, we have an intro song.
I like it.
I like you, Mom.
Aw. I love you, Alex.
That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, so today's episode, we're going to try something new.
Okay.
And I think we're going to try it moving forward. I think it's going to be really fun because here's the problem we kept running into. When you host a podcast with your mom, you can talk about anything, especially when you're close like we are.
Uh-huh.
Like literally, what can we not talk about?
Right.
So we found that paralyzing.
I don't know why, but we did.
So we've put topics, a bunch of topics in a cup. We're going to draw out of them and we're just going to talk about whatever we draw.
Because for some reason, it didn't matter how much research I did. Research I did. It didn't really help.
Have you seen The Hangover, Alan?
Yeah, I've seen The Hangover. What did Alan say?
It's not an appropriate word. I do not approve of this word, but he says I'm a retard.
Oh,
I do not approve this message. I'm just quoting a movie.
okay. What did I say?
Research. I'm a researcher. Okay, before we get into it, a quick advertisement. My pants actually match the lime-flavored Mamita today, but your favorite mother-daughter podcast, 'Cause I Said So, is sponsored by
Mamitas.
They are a hard seltzer, real tequila beverage, 95 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar, less than 2 carbs. They come in 4 wonderful flavors, and I call them the anti-hangover drink.
Unless you have too many, but they are really, really good.
Really good. You can get them on drinkmamitas.com, Gopuff, or we'll link the store locator.
That's right. There we go.
One of my friends was drinking them out in the country on Saturday night, and it was such a beautiful picture. She lives out in the country in Oklahoma, and it was like the sun was setting, and they all had their mamitas, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Oklahoma has beautiful sunsets.
Do you think they have the best sunsets in the world?
I don't know about the world, but they're definitely beautiful.
It's
because it's so flat.
It's so flat, but it's difficult because it's old. Everybody sees the same sun, so why are the sets different?
The clouds are different.
Is that what it is? It hits different.
It hits different.
Hits different in Oklahoma, and it's pretty here in New York, but the buildings definitely get in the way, but there is nothing. So sometimes when I'm in another place, I think, wow, these sunsets are pretty. And then I get to Oklahoma, and I remember these really are the best sunsets.
Yes, but people always say Oklahoma has the prettiest clouds. People from California say it. People from everywhere say, wow, Oklahoma has the prettiest clouds.
I love it. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just get into it, Mom.
Okay.
You just want to draw our first one?
Well, yeah, but are we going to do our boomer move or anything?
Let's do the boomer move.
Okay.
What's your boomer move of the week? Tell on yourself.
I said I don't want to do a live on Instagram or TikTok because I can't read anyone's comments and I'll have to have the phone in my face, and I find that embarrassing.
It's because you don't understand what a live could be. Okay, so she's talking about going Instagram or TikTok live, and she's afraid if people are typing to her asking things, she won't be able to see it because your eyesight's bad.
That's right.
But what if you just went live and talked about anything? Let's practice. Okay, pretend like you just went Instagram live and you can't read the comments, so you just have to talk to the phone. What do you want to say?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't want to just sit there and chat the whole time by myself.
What would you say, though? They're on there. Oh, people are getting on. Oh, they're on there. They're looking at you.
Hello, everybody. I'd want to see where they're from. And I'd like, oh, wow, she's here from wherever. That's great. Today, I am making a podcast with my daughter. And we're just kind of shooting from the hip and picking out some what are these called?
You're nervous talking.
I am. I get nervous just thinking about it.
It's not even a real live. You're not even on actual live. I'm just holding your phone. Okay, take a deep breath. Let's try again.
No.
Yes, you got to try one more time. Okay, your live is open.
Okay.
What do you want to say to the people?
Hey, everybody. It's Saturday, because that's the day I'd probably do it. And I'm just going to hang out today and talk to you guys.
What?
What do you do on a live?
You can talk about anything you want on lives. Be on the lookout if Kim starts doing more lives. If I saw that you were live on TikTok or Instagram, I would be so excited. But you could do it making a recipe. I keep tagging you in those healthy cookies.
Yeah.
You could make those and go live and just explain what you were making. That's an idea.
Okay, well, do you not think that's going to be hard to be cooking and reading things that people are saying?
No. I think you should forget about the reading part. Don't read it. Just talk to them.
I'm just going to talk to them, and no one's going to be replying back, and they're going to be watching me make really good cookies.
They're going to be replying back, but you're not going to be able to read the replies back. Let me tell you what, this ends up being a blessing.
Oh, they could talk to each other.
They can text each other in the comment section, but on occasion when you're on live, somebody posts on there something really mean, like, I hate you. And if you're reading every comment, sometimes you accidentally read it and you're like, oh, crap. So you know what? I think you're doing yourself a favor if you can't read the comments.
I could also say, I hate you too.
You could get in a yelling fight
You're an asshole.
on the live. You could just respond to everybody and yell. Okay, is that your only boomer move? That's a great one. Doesn't want to go live because her eyesight's
No, I
too
didn't
bad.
know what chuggy meant. I learned a new word.
Tell us what chuggy means.
Chuggy means trying to be hip and in style with things that are out of style. It means skinny jeans. It means your hair parted on the side. It means Tory Burch flat shoes with the round little Tory. I mean, it's like, I don't know who comes up with this stuff, but that's what the word chuggy means. I don't want to be chuggy. I also thought today that I think the person who came up with the word chuggy for skinny jeans doesn't look good in skinny jeans, because I saw a girl on the street today who looked damn good in her skinny jeans, and that's why she gets to wear them.
I think it's a mic drop moment from you, Mom. You know what a mic drop is?
I just know it's like,
Yeah, it's like enough said, boom.
yeah, enough said about that. Those people who decide what's chuggy or not are,
Mic drop. And then you could say, that's that on that.
and that's that on that.
So we don't even need to talk about chuggy anymore, because what a beautiful definition. They also said lasagna was chuggy, and
Oh,
it's
wait,
like
and blondes.
and blonde. So we're chuggy. How are we supposed to win when the internet's I feel like we're being boxed in, Mom. Do you feel like we're being boxed in?
Yeah, that's kind of like,
A bunch of rules.
yeah, it's like following the crowd think, or what did you call it?
Oh, group think.
Group think, yeah.
Everybody thinks something, so then you just do it. It's like everybody. Okay, this would be a group think situation. Everybody says skinny jeans are out because some 23-year-old said it's chuggy.
Mhm.
All right, so then everybody stops wearing skinny jeans, myself included. Then Kim, Mom, you're behind a girl today, and you sent me the photo, and you're like, she looks so damn good in her skinny jeans.
And that made me think, who said that you can't wear skinny jeans, that they didn't look cute in them.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, why don't you always wear what style of jean you look good in?
it's like, but the group think thing is interesting because you just applied it to jeans, but you could apply it to the time when everybody's mad at the one girl. If there's 10 of you
Yeah.
and all 9 are mad at one girl, but really secretly 4 girls are thinking, wait, I like her. But they don't want to go against the grain, and it's popular to be mad, so they just do it anyways. That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. And the sad part about that is there's older people who do that. You think in your 20s that shit would be over with, but it's not.
You're here to tell me groupthink goes once a group thinker, maybe always a group
I
thinker?
think so. I think that's a mentality.
She's got an L on her forehead. No, this is your sign. Do you know what that means? This is your sign to stop being groupthink.
Yeah, think for yourself and say it out loud. Because if you're silent, that's the same thing as saying, I agree.
I have to say this though, Mom.
What?
I've done that. I can think of a couple scenarios where I was silent. Like I was in a group and everyone was mad at one girl. And I didn't really go along with it as much as I didn't say anything. There's been instances where I went along with it, and there's been instances where I didn't say anything because you know what it is sometimes? This is what I realized. When you're all sitting around talking bad about somebody, you think you're bonding with those people,
Uh-huh.
but you're not. That's a false sense of bonding.
Yeah. Because what are you bonding over?
It's
Something
like-
negative.
Yes, and that's not real bonding. But you think in the moment, you're like, oh, we're talking about her, so we're all getting closer. You're not.
And so every time you guys get together, you're going to be talking shit on people.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
You should be able to leave the room and know your friends aren't going to talk about you.
And you should also be able to speak up. But sometimes maybe you think people just, it's not even worth it to say something to somebody, just leave. And maybe learn not to be around that person anymore.
That's fine, but I think in the group think scenario, if everyone's talking about the one person, but you really like the person, stand up and say, I like that person. I'm going to be friends with her. I'm not going with you guys.
And leave.
Because it's more mean when it's everybody combined against one person.
It's mean. That's mean girl shit.
You know what else?
What?
It's like talking about somebody's work ethic. I think people think talking bad about somebody else's work ethic makes them work harder.
No, that's not true.
That's never worked.
That's negative too.
Yeah, so here's a little message talking about how somebody else doesn't work hard doesn't make you work harder. All right, let's let's
Well, we're not in
draw.
a competition of who can work harder anyway.
No, we are in an environment actually that's glorifying being busy and working hard. And it's like, wait, hold on. Don't you want to be happy? Did you ever think about that?
Well, there's a lot of people who are happy and still work hard. Is that the American way? Like, don't take any time off, work hard, hard, hard.
I don't think we know.
No, we don't.
You know what I think we're in right now is like a post-COVID residue. No matter when you think COVID ended, right?
Yes.
Some people think it's still going on. Some people think it ended 2 years ago. Some people think it never I don't really care. That's not the point of this.
Okay.
The point is, I feel like we're feeling it now. I feel like it's like, oof. Did you guys just catch what just happened those past 2 years? And that's why everyone's like, revenge travel. Let's go do all these things. It's
Yeah, we
because
got to
it's
catch up, man.
slapping us in the face and we're like, who am I?
No, I tell you, it is weird because I'll think about stuff and I'll think before the pandemic and I'll be like, well, we did that last year. It's almost like that year and a half or 2 years didn't even exist. I mean, it's kind of like that. Like you go, or the other side of that is, what was I doing?
Right? No, I think we were doing a lot. I just think we feel weirder than ever because we're looking at it. It's like the fact that we got to live through COVID's pretty incredible because it gave us a lot of perspective. It's like we were all just going through the motions of life, like stopping at Walgreens. Like you just got married. The fact that I was able to get married and not even think about the fact that I couldn't have a wedding
Yeah.
is crazy. Now when people get married, they're like, I'm so thankful that worked out. I didn't have to change my date 5 times.
It's like we have our liberties back somehow.
Yeah, it gave us something to be thankful for, but I think we also were like, I want to travel. I want to do things.
Well, maybe figure out what you really want to do through that.
It's Chugi 2.0. We've been boxed in on social media. Then we were boxed in on real life, and we're like, I want to go wild. I want to wear my skinny jeans. I want to travel. It's all an oxymoron. Is that the term? I don't think that's the term.
An oxymoron?
What's an oxymoron?
It's like when two things are similar but really different.
Oh, they pull against each other?
I wouldn't say that they pull against each other.
An oxymoron. Well,
Yeah, well, kind of they pull against each other. It's like the same but opposite.
the DMs will tell us what an oxymoron is. You want
In
to
a
know?
sentence and correctly, grammatically written.
Please send us the definition and use oxymoron in a sentence in the direct messages. Please do not anymore DM me. One person DM'd me and said, the world would be better if you weren't here. And I thought, okay, that was mean. So I DM'd him back and I said, hey, we got 2 options here. I'm going to block you or you can stay. But if you're going to stay, you got to be nicer. And he's like, no, I didn't mean it. I actually think we'd be good friends. And I'm like, well, that's ironic. 'Cause
I don't want a friend who wants me out of the world, so
yeah. Are you only sorry because you got caught? I don't think you thought I was going to respond.
Well, how do you get caught? Like I could see that if they put that in your comments, but they DM'd you. What a dumbass.
DM'd me.
He didn't know he DM'd you.
He knew he DM'd me. He didn't think I was going to read it. And I think I humanized myself by responding. And he's like, no, let me stay. I'm like, I don't know if you get
I think
to.
you should go. Nope, you are blocked.
That's a next.
Yeah, you should know better than that. How old are you, man?
He looked like he was 20. He's in his 20s.
Oh, you needed to teach him a lesson. He should not be a hater.
Not above 25.
Yeah, if he's that old, he should know better.
I think we should DM with the energy that it will be read. How about that?
How about don't do anything on your phone without the energy it will be read?
Or it will be sent to somebody else.
Or we're going to just post it.
Live life like it's a screenshot.
Yeah.
Never put anything in writing that you wouldn't want screenshotted and posted on Kim Kardashian's Instagram for the world to see.
Oh, we will screenshot it and then tag Kim Kardashian.
Yes. You know what I think about often, Mom, is when I was in 5th grade, they had a character exercise. So some guy that was leading the character exercise took a wad of paper and he crumpled them up and he threw them around the hallway, okay? So there was trash on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And then he walked my 5th grade class through the trash and sat us down. And then he said, no, I noticed none of you picked up the trash, but your character is what you do when no one's watching.
You didn't pick up any trash?
No, and I still think about it till this day.
That shocks me.
Then
I raised you better than that.
I know. I'll never forget it. So anyways, I was walking today behind a guy who a piece of paper fell out of his pocket and he looked down at it and he kept walking. And I just thought to myself,
No one's watching.
but I was watching. The girl in the lime green sweatpants was watching you.
Did you pick it up?
No, here's why. Here's why I didn't pick it up. I thought about that. Like this kind of basically has ruined my day because I keep thinking about it. I didn't know. I guess I don't really have an excuse of why I didn't pick it up. Maybe germs. That's kind of lousy, but kind of germs. Also, like, it wasn't mine, so I didn't pick it up. I don't know, it just didn't feel right, but I definitely stopped and stared at it and thought about it. Would you have picked it up?
Yeah,
Really?
probably.
Okay.
And then I would have said, "Geez, did somebody drop some trash?"
Just glared at him.
No, I wouldn't have,
Not
but I would have
really.
picked it up probably. I don't know. There's a lot of gross stuff on the street.
I know, but I knew it fell out of his pocket, so it was probably fine. But what if he picked his nose, put it in his pocket, touched the paper, or you never
The thing
know.
is, what if he needed it? You could have grabbed it and ran it up to him.
He knew. No. He stopped.
saw it. He saw it.
He
Yeah, that's
definitely
right.
didn't want it anymore. It's like a wrapper or something.
Tacky. I hope I don't ever do that.
Do you want me to draw one of these?
Mhm.
You want to get going on our?
Yes, but I do want to tell about this app I found.
What's your app?
All of you with ADD
Attention deficit disorder.
or ADHD or whatever you want to call it. It's called Inflow. Google it because it's pretty awesome.
Do you use it, Mom?
I just started using it, and it's very helpful. Like everything that we're reading in that Atomic Habit books that I've been trying to do, it talks about all of that only in ADD form, like distraction galore, and how to not let it distract you. It's really good.
Wait, so what does the app actually do?
It helps you. Well, you can pick, but I picked on doing tasks.
So do you type? Give us a day in the life. Do you type in 3 tasks you want to complete and it organizes them for
Well,
you?
like first, you can do a little class on it. It's like avoidance tactics, identifying emotional blocks. Like even one of them is getting up and getting your coffee. Is that me?
I think that I don't want to do this, but I think you're having ADD explaining it because I'm really confused what the app is.
Okay, you can, when you're working, find all sorts of distractions to get up and not be able to sit down and work on your stuff that long. I get up and get coffee a lot, and then I have to sit back down and get rearranged and start again. That's a distraction.
How does the app prevent that from happening?
Well, it brought it up to my attention. I didn't even know I was doing it.
So the app just tells you if you want to sit down and work for an hour, you could get up and get coffee 3 times, which would be an ADD trait.
Yeah, but that could be one of your avoidance tactics.
Oh, it's an avoidance tactic.
Not to do that. Yeah.
So is it like an informative app or does it actually help you with tasks?
It helps you with tasks, so you can set them on here. You can also work with people, so you can get in the group working, because it says that a lot of people with ADHD don't know, they don't realize that they're getting up and getting their coffee. Like I'm thinking while I'm doing it. I'm probably not even aware that I, did a load of laundry when I'm at home. I'm doing 8 million things at once. So to sit down and actually get something done is kind of hard.
So what does the app do? Give us a specific example.
Well, you go through these classes where it teaches you what you're doing, and then it gives you the exact things that you can do to counteract those things. And that could be chunking. That could be setting a timer for 20 minutes. Doing your phone different places. All the things you probably know to do, but in a way that makes it easier to do.
That's awesome. Wait, say the name of the app again.
It's called Inflow, and there's no ads.
Oh, that's so
No
nice.
ads. That's why I think it costs a little bit more than a lot of apps do, because there's no ads.
So what have you found most helpful on this app?
Well, so it was saying that you can sometimes invite someone, like I always want to talk to someone or bounce things off of people when I do anything, right? So when I'm working, I like to talk to somebody or bounce it off of them. And that can be a distraction a little bit, but it's like have a work buddy. You can invite a specific person to come work with you, or you can do it in their group thing. And you can invite them to come and just sit and read or be on their computer while you're working.
A stranger?
No, a friend, a husband, a spouse, a daughter who works well.
Oh, so it's just telling you to invite somebody to come work with you?
Yeah, and then they can sit and like just read, or even needlepoint, it said. They can sit and knit or whatever while you're doing yours, but it's having that body that you're watching or mimicking do their thing. They're not getting up and getting a coffee 1,000 times like you might, and that helps you focus on your work more. Plus, it says anytime you've invited someone over, you kind of feel responsible, so you feel like you should really be working. It gives you that extra motive.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to invite
You probably
me?
don't understand that, do you?
No, but I'm very down to be your comrade.
Yeah, but you can't yell at me, and you have to listen to me when I talk.
I do. I listen to you when you talk, and then you kind of talk over me during the same time that I was talking.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll try it.
Well, I'm excited about this app, Mom.
No, it has a lot of other stuff on there. I just haven't gone through it all yet.
Okay, I'm going to download the ADD app too. What's it called? Inflow?
Uh-huh.
I have ADD. I can't remember it. Okay, I'm going to draw one of these.
I don't think you have ADD.
I don't know. I was prescribed Adderall in college.
I think everyone was.
Yeah, you could also sell it.
Well, is that what you did?
Cop a profit. Yeah, on occasion.
Oh, you did not.
Never. I wouldn't dare. All right. The first word, I drew groupthink, but we've already actually talked about that. Okay. Wow. The first thing I drew was cookies
Oh, okay. So you've been tagging me in cookie pictures.
on Instagram.
Hmm.
Why will you not make any of them?
Well, because it's going to take a grocery store run.
Do you find going to the grocery store in New York easy or hard?
Hard. That's why I bought my cute little cart.
You have the cutest cart now to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The store, to get to the grocery store from your apartment and my apartment is 2 blocks.
That grocery store. Now, I am not going to find everything at that grocery store to make those cookies.
These are like protein cookies. They're the healthy ones. They're like, what are they? Oats, peanut butter, protein powder, blueberries, dates. You know, they're the healthy cookies. Because sometimes, okay, did I tell you I can no longer have, all right, I got my blood work back. I can no longer have dairy-free milk alternatives like oat milk, soy milk,
Did you find out why?
because something came back on me that was high, that I have a lot of like carbohydrate, sugary type things that turn to fatty oil, sugar, something.
Okay, well, that didn't make any sense. You've got to know what it is so that you know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, that's true, but it's made me, so I've cut out, I used to eat a lot of pretzels and I would get a lot of lattes and I've cut all that out. Now I want these cookies.
Yeah, but the lattes when you buy a latte like at Starbucks or wherever, that's going to have a lot of sugar. But you've been doing it half water, half whatever kind of milk. That
Yeah.
should make that a lot better. The pretzels obviously is a carb that's going to turn to sugar in your body. But I don't understand I think you need to clarify that.
Wait, when I eat pretzels that turn to a carb that turn to sugar, does that in turn make me crave sugar?
Yes.
Huh.
Carbs make you crave sugar, I think. Sugar makes you crave sugar, and carbs make you crave sugar.
What's another example of a carb?
Well, a white potato has a lot of carbs. I mean, you can get some carbs in your vegetables, but anything like a chip, a cracker, all that kind of stuff is a carb. Pizza is a carb. Pasta is a carb.
Would these
bread is a carb.
Would these cookies be a carb?
I don't know. I didn't see what was in them. I mean, they're going to have some carbs, but they may be lower in carbs.
Okay.
But as you know, we went to this gluten-free bakery, and that doesn't even matter because, first of all, even though it's gluten-free, it was loaded with sugar. We both felt terrible after we had about 4 bites.
Okay, it's this place in Soho and it has dairy-free, gluten-free, like cinnamon rolls, anything you can dream of. Donuts, Samoas, cakes,
Fried Oreos.
We sat there and ate some and my eyes felt like they were going to fall out of my head. They were swollen so bad.
Yeah, it was.
I was
not
like,
good.
how am I going to survive?
Yeah, so we had the gluten-free, dairy-free, but we sure got a whole lot of the carbs and the sugar.
I had a headache. I had a raging headache. Did you have a headache?
I had a headache.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Do you think Oklahoma's the South?
Well, I do now because I saw you wrote it on a piece of paper.
I wanted to say that I had a headache.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Where is this coming from? Why is my voice turning to a hick Southern? But that's because I'm from the South, so of course that's going to happen.
Okay, so we'll try to make the cookies if they don't have any. We're going to find out if it's carbs or just weird milk that you can't have.
We'll keep you posted. Do you like this?
I'd rather be the drawer for sure.
Okay, all right, draw.
Okay.
Let me know. Our fate is in your hands. What'd you get?
Spatula. But we kind of already talked about cooking.
Well, we have to take the word and we have to talk about it.
Okay, do you think that some people spank their kids with a spatula?
Absolutely. Or a wooden spoon. Do you?
No.
You don't think people spank their kids?
Yeah, I think they do. But I didn't do that. But I do think people do that.
That's not good that you thought. What is that called? When you're talking about somebody else, but you assume everyone's talking about you?
Well, I said it, so I just wanted to make sure you knew I didn't do it.
But you're the one, what is it? It's that thing where you say,
if you do it, then if you think people are talking about you, then you do it.
yeah, if it annoys you, like if you hate that somebody smacks, odds are either like you're a smacker or, you grew up and your grandpa always smacked at the table and it just like drives you crazy.
That has nothing to do with me talking about a spatula, though.
Well, it has something to do with you saying you're not sure whether or not people spank their kids with the spatula. No. I mean, yes, I think they do, but no, I didn't. It's like nobody said you did.
I was just letting you know.
But I didn't think you did. I am 50% of your offspring, and I would know if you spanked me with a wooden spoon or a spatula. I do remember, no, that was the fly swatter.
I never spanked you with the fly swatter.
No, I was thinking about fly swatting.
Oh,
Did you ever swat a fly with a spatula?
I try to catch one.
Try to catch
A fly?
with the spatula?
No, with my hands.
That has nothing to do with the spatula.
No, I would never kill an animal with a cooking utensil.
Okay.
Gross. But a fly swatter, when we were younger, my grandmother used a fly swatter, never on me, but on my sister. So she'd chase them around with the fly swatter, and they'd be like, Gran, she's going to spank us with the fly
And
swatter.
she'd swat.
Yeah.
I'd rather be spanked with a fly swatter than I would a spatula. Spatula would
yeah.
be way harder.
Yeah.
Do you think if you accidentally ate a fly that it's fine? Do you think they carry cooties?
Yes, they're disgusting, and I would throw up.
I once heard that every time a fly lands, it poops. So if a fly landed on your watermelon outside, you would think fine. You just shoo fly, don't bother me, and then eat it. But if you eat that watermelon, there's poop on it. Is that
You
true?
know, I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't like flies on my food, so I sometimes will just peel that part off or cut that piece off.
If the fly lands on it,
Yeah, gross.
do flies do flies live for about 24 hours?
I
Do we
don't
know?
know. I don't know, but they bite.
Flies do not bite.
Yeah, you those little
No.
fly bites.
Flies don't bite.
Okay, we're googling that.
You think a fly bites?
I do.
What do you want to bet me? I want to bet you that you'll do stand-up comedy.
Oh no.
Give us the start of your set right now. How would you start off your stand-up comedy?
Well, if anyone has a daughter, then you can relate to what I'm going to talk about today.
Keep going. It's good so far. Keep going. Give us more.
Okay. Have you ever had a daughter? Let's see. When your daughter comes home with blue hair, what's the first thing that goes through your mind?
The audience can't respond, so you have to keep going.
I don't know what the answer would be. Like, oh, hell no.
What would be keep going. It's pretty good.
No, it's not. Let's see.
No, that was good.
And if your daughter was your son, your reaction would probably be a lot different.
What would your reaction be if your son came home with blue hair?
It would absolutely, under no circumstances, be okay, and he would not be leaving the house.
You would put him on
With
house
your
arrest.
daughter, you just kind of want to spank her with a spatula and send her on the way and go like, you're just going to be embarrassed that you have blue hair.
But what if the daughter's not embarrassed about the blue hair and in fact chose it and likes it?
I would just feel better that I said that.
And is that the end of your stand-up?
Because I think in about 2 years, she's going to be embarrassed.
She's 1 year in.
No. I'd have to go a different route. Well, my kids won't give me grandkids. That's what I would say. So how am I supposed to handle that? Then I might come up with some ways to handle that.
You have to come up with them right now. You're on the spot.
No, I am 100% sure that people do not just go up there and ad lib. They actually think through what they're saying.
You think that the comedian's right. So if you are going to be a stand-up comedian, are you going to write your set ahead of time?
I'm going to write what I'm talking about ahead of time for sure, and I'm probably going to use a lifeline and call a few people.
And see if they think it's funny. Test out your jokes.
No, get the jokes from them. Like, get some help.
Will you please do it?
No.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Okay. They don't always bite. I said, do flies bite? And this said, they don't always bite, but when they do, flies bite for blood meals that provide them with nutrition or other benefits. You should be willing to share.
No, they hurt.
But
Like,
it's fine.
It's like this.
When a fly bites, it's like a bee sting.
No. A bee sting would be like, ah.
True.
Yeah. Okay, let's draw another one.
I liked that one. Quick pause for a Bird Dog ad. If you're looking to upgrade your man's wardrobe, listen up. Bird Dog sells the best shorts and pants that all the guys in the office are obsessed with, and my husband's obsessed with them. They sell gym khaki shorts and bathing suits with built-in silky soft inner liner that never rides up. All their shorts and pants have zippered pockets big enough for every size phone to fit in, and they also come in 3 different lengths to choose from. They're functional, versatile, and of course, comfortable.
So go to birddogs.com, enter promo code SAIDSO for a free Bird Dogs whistle tip football. That's birddogs.com, promo code SAIDSO. I get to pick.
Okay. What are your
Hunger.
hunger? What are you going to say about hunger?
Well, you're hungry all the time, and I'm wondering why you've just been hungry all the time lately.
Wow. Wow.
You've been hungry all the time. You keep saying, I don't know why, but I'm just hungry all the time.
Why is that though? Okay, fine. I was going to say that you were making a fat joke, but it's true. And I'm not pregnant. I don't know what it is, but
I think you're nesting.
What does that mean?
Your body, you're nesting, you're nesting your body. You're preparing to bear children. You're getting your body prepared to carry children. That's it.
Do you think that's actually, is that a thing?
Yeah.
You think that's
I don't know if that's a thing. Nesting is a thing, but it makes perfect sense to me now.
Wait,
It's clear. It just came to me like that, and I think it's as clear as day.
You just want to wrap up on that one
We're
then?
done.
Think we should end the podcast here?
No, we're just done with that subject. Let's just move on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You're not even going to let me respond?
Not unless it's really good.
I have a question about nesting. I thought that applied to rooms.
Well, I did tell you one time nesting, and you usually nest in your house like you're getting ready for the baby and you're preparing the space for the baby and you're cleaning out all your drawers, you're cleaning out everything like you're never going to be able to do it again for the rest of your life. You're getting your whole house organized and you're like, what is wrong with me? That's nesting.
So it doesn't have to do with like I'm thinking about bears. When bears hibernate, don't they eat a lot and take food with them? They put on their winter blanket to keep them warm. Is that like nesting? Do bears do that? Do they eat a
No,
lot?
that's hibernating, Alex.
Oh,
That's just hibernating.
is that the same thing?
No, nesting is like a bird makes a nest ready to have her babies.
Oh, okay, right.
Just like that, just like that.
Okay, what's your next one?
Lighting, and lighting is the most important thing. So I think you have to have lighting for your house just right. Mood lighting, like it makes a thing perfectly comfortable, relaxing, or it can make it cold and miserable when you go to the hospital and it's all those fluorescent lights and you leave and you want to cry and you're exhausted. That's why.
That's the same thing as seasonal depression, which I have.
I think you're self-diagnosed seasonal depression, and this is the first year you've had it. You've never had it in your entire life.
I've never lived in New York.
New York is not a normal place for seasonal depression, I don't think. Maybe it's called city living.
It's like gray in the winter. Like I love it when it's a sunny day here and I can go outside, but you're wearing a coat every day and it's like gray outside and you can't see grass. It's so funny because
You can't see grass. You just said it.
It's grass and palm trees. I'm craving green.
Yeah. So you also need to green in your diet then. They said when you're craving green, that means you need to eat more green things.
Are you kidding?
No, I think that's, I've heard that. I don't know.
Is that real?
I think so.
That is so funny. Okay. Last week I self-diagnosed that I needed to eat more green food. So I've been eating just like a ton of vegetables and it made me constipated, but it's all worked out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because it has fiber and stuff in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think raw vegetables make you constipated, but if you cook the vegetables, it's better. Is that a thing?
Uh-huh. I think also if you cook them, it gives you like less gas.
Which would be less constipation.
Well, no, I don't know if gas and constipation go together, but
If you're telling me, though, that when I'm craving seeing grass and palm trees and instead I can eat green vegetables,
well, your body is maybe craving green food.
no, typically I would say that's absurd, but I'm down to try it.
Well, maybe that's what your body needs, but also you maybe just are missing the open spaces of the grass.
It's
But
funny. I love New York,
Mhm.
but man, sometimes I need to leave it.
Yeah. It's like a love-hate, they say.
Yes, you love it so much. It'd be like a great boyfriend that on occasion you're like, I have to leave. Okay, this reminds me of a saying. I'll try anything twice. Do you agree with that? Like I was thinking about the palm trees and the vegetables, and I'm like, I'll try anything twice. Will you? Would you try anything twice?
No, but I do think the saying is, I'll give you everything a second chance.
Would you give everything a second chance?
No, but I would give some things a second chance.
Would you try anything once?
No, I wouldn't try anything once. I was not about to eat that bull testicle thing you ate or whatever it was.
That would be trying something once. That's true.
Yeah, I would not do that. I said no.
That's a classic example of things you wouldn't try twice.
Or once.
I don't know, but I was down to try it once for some reason, but I see you not wanting to try it twice. Let's move on.
I'm just going to say the reason you did is because Vibs is so nice, it's hard to turn him down.
It's called lowering the bar at Barstool, and you eat really crazy things. Okay,
Yes.
pick another guy.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
One more and done more.
We're going to do sewing because I really want you to try, instead of playing games at home, Alex got some kind of a Game Boy thing.
Stitch? Crap.
Well, you obviously haven't taken it out of the box.
I've taken it out of the box and I've turned it on. I think it's called a Twitch. Gamers do not come at me.
Yeah, come at her. And I did read, actually, it did say that on my ADD app that you could possibly play games and that would clear your mind. Because when some people get in that little spiral of overthinking and grinding about stuff, they had a list of people commented about what they did to get out of it. Some people go for a run. Some people call a friend, that lifeline thing. Some people read a book. Some people go on a walk. Some people game. So that could help you for that. But also needle pointing is very relaxing. And I keep thinking you need to try it because you need to make you guys stockings while you're nesting.
I don't want to do it. I've realized I kept saying I would attempt to needlepoint or to sew. I have the hardest time with hobbies. Like, I don't know how else to put it besides,
Well, gaming is a hobby.
I know, and I'm not that into it. Like, I'm just a bad hobby person. The only thing I've implemented into my life lately that I enjoy would be going to these yoga classes with you 3 times a week. Other than that, the constant in my life is reading and journaling. I do
Well,
that
that's
every
good. So
morning.
that could be your hobby.
But I do that every morning and every night, and I've done it for the past, 3 years. Other than that, it ebbs and flows what I love.
I don't think you've tried that much.
Outside of that,
Yeah.
no, I haven't. I am. You know what? I should try anything once. I should try that once.
You should try a lot of stuff at least once.
I do love having no phone hours and just sitting and talking to Graham. That's fun for me.
Well, see, and now you're probably not like me on this, but it's hard for me to sit still and watch a movie or anything. If my hands are moving, I can think and watch.
I believe that. It's hard for me to start the movie, but I think. But wait, hold on. Can you needlepoint and pay attention to the movie? That'd be hard for me.
No, I can.
That's a superpower.
Yeah.
There's one more in here. There's one in here that I want to draw. But I feel like we're running out of time. It's Neighbors.
Oh, we have some good neighbors. I have, so I live in an apartment that's kind of in between 2 apartments, if that makes any sense. Like I'm on the end and they're on the sides.
Both sides of you. It's like a T.
Yeah, it's like a T on both sides of me. And you can hear anything in the hall. So if you walk out in the hall, you could hear what's going on in every apartment on this floor, which there's like 6.
I've realized you kind of, well, they can probably listen to us podcast right now, but also you don't really have a personal life.
No,
Like
can,
you
so
do,
you
but
can
you don't.
hear out there, but I can't when they're out. But when I'm in my apartment, I can't hear anything that's going on. But I walk out in the hall and I'm like, I can hear her phone conversation. So I feel like when I'm on the phone, I have to go like way back in my room and talk quietly so no one can hear me.
I had a breakup on our floor.
Oh yeah, what happened?
They broke up. I don't know. I knew them separately. Like I knew that they were dating each other,
Uh-huh.
and I knew it was his apartment and she was living there. And then last week we were all downstairs and they got a package, and the guy came down to get the package, and he was like, "Oh man, she'll be by to pick it up," but we broke up and she moved out. And we were all like, "Oh!" Also, though, my apartment is going to start a basketball league, which Graham's is going to be in.
Awesome.
Also, the guy that lives beside me, we call him Google, but we don't actually know that he works at Google. But we think he works at Google because we can hear him on calls. He gets on calls on Saturday mornings, and he's talking to somebody in another country, a lot of times about Google. So we just think he's a Google engineer.
Oh, well, also someone on your floor cooks, and I can smell it, and it's a different smell. Like, is it different national? Like, it's not curry. I don't know what it is.
Different ethnicity.
Yeah, it's a different. The cooking is different.
Cuisine.
Is
Yeah.
different than we have.
It smells really good. It's nice, too, because it doesn't, when you close the door, it doesn't seep into your apartment.
It's so weird.
But you can smell it in the hallway, which is lovely. I think this is why I'm okay not having that many friends in New York, because I feel so connected to the people on my floor. I feel like I live in a dorm.
It's kind of like shit. Like, I hate to say this, but when I'm in the shower, and if I don't know what happens, but sometimes the water goes hot and then comes back to cold. Like,
Yes.
did somebody flush the toilet next door or what? I don't know.
Yeah, we're all just like existing together, which I love.
It's a little creepy, and at the same time, you just got to get along with your neighbors.
It's like well, you don't get along with the girl that lives below you.
No, I do too, Alex.
She hit you with the thing. She
You know,
doesn't- no,
I've
you
been
like,
thinking about it. I mean, she has 2 apartments. I think it was her son.
oh,
I've decided I think it was her son because I saw her downstairs right after that, and she didn't notice.
well, you guys are friends. You like her.
Yeah.
But when you're too loud up here, somebody, maybe it's her son, hits the floor with the broom saying you're too loud. Listen, if she listens to the podcast, sorry, but welcome to New York.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if she listens, that's fine.
I try not to walk loud, and I don't walk around with heels on.
What more can you do? You wear house shoes.
Right.
You're allowed to walk.
Well, I was vacuuming that day, so.
You gotta clean.
No more vacuuming, damn it.
It'd be one thing if you wore heels and stomped around, even if you just wore heels in general, but you're a respectful living above neighbor.
I try. It was a big thing. Like, I even got an email. Now, remember, you're in a New York apartment. Don't walk around with heels because the neighbor can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a subtweet for somebody in the apartment who wears heels a lot, but it's not you, Mama. Okay, I like the drawing out of the cup. Let's do it again next time. What do you say?
I think it sounds great.
I enjoyed hanging out with everybody today. Thank you for listening to 'Cause I Said So, your favorite mother-daughter podcast.
And we will see you next week.
We love you guys.